Hello, hello, and well, you may be noticing Khan's not here. He's fine, he's alive, don't worry, but due to unforeseen personal circumstances, unfortunately, he can't make it this week. So you're stuck with me, and I got you a match from the Steel Division League. It's a 1v1, of course, on left-hand side in blue, we have Allot, and he has a lot of units, playing 122nd, with a V for victory, flatline, flatline income. And on the right-hand side, we have enemies forever. He's playing as 44th Guard Rifle Division, with a Vanguard income. And as you can see, right off the bat, enemies forever really rushing at southern side. And also northern side as well, doing the classic Sapri PPSH rush, but those Finnish snipers just completely decimate at a small little two-man team. Gets into the town here with pioneers and grenadiers and all of that stuff. We got some Avtos coming in, but a little bit outgunned. He's just going to set up on his little area, yeah. So, nothing too crazy for an opener. Still trove on both sides. Which is kind of the thing for this map. It's a little bit hard to do any crazy rushes, especially through the town. There's usually just so much cover and foliage that there's bound to be somewhere where enemies going to be hiding if you do trying to do a rush. There's this tree has a pretty nice anchor, almost knocking out the IG-33. It would have been a very good kill. Guards engaging at long range. You see the two-man sniper teams are just brutal. Absolutely brutal. It can just suppress you extremely fast. You have a D5 coming in and bomb that infantry kingdom come. And it's this free now being used as actually an indirect fire support. That's actually really good to see. You don't see it all too often. I think he's using it indirectly. No, he has direct line of sight. So maybe it isn't. That's the thing about the Zis-3s. And those other Russian field guns. They're like not bad artillery guns if you're using it as an anti-tank gun. Like not as a dedicated artillery gun. Because usually you have it close to the front line because hey, you're using it to blow up tanks. Hey, if there's a anti-tank gun that pops up or, a sniper team, something that you want dead, just it. Just it will do well. Oh, a bit of a trade here. I kill your Stuka for, a yak. I think that was a yak. Probably it was. There's not many Russian planes. D5 coming in. I've actually been seeing these Stukas, the gun run, strafing runs, do some pretty damn good work these past few replays. Not just in terms of strafing, but in terms of actually getting aerial dogfight kills. Because if they get behind you, oh boy, you're going to die. You're not going to have a good time. The guards are having a pretty good time, yeah. They're starting to move across the center field of the map. This is a pretty exposed area, and it's a very good job that Enemies Forever is going to be exploiting it. We've got an IG-33 in the stug, but they're pretty much blind without any extra support. Up north, I'm actually so surprised these snipers are alive. Snipers don't last this long, but they got a really good position because this foliage is kind of blocking line of sight, and it's got a really good kill zone on anything that pops out in the forest. And hey, if you're in a forest, that's cool, you're harder to see, but snipers don't care. They're still gonna snipe your ass. And snipers are pretty good at sniping. Who would have thought? But yeah, just seen a lot of stugs being brought out, which is pretty standard for 122nd. Like any other German infantry division where your main tanks is just Stugs, or Finnish German, because there are also Finnish Stugs in that division. But D5 is just having an absolute field day. Enemies may want to think about actually getting some anti-air out soon, because all these guards have just been completely suppressed. I just forgot, I haven't even hidden this. That is a little bit silly. But yeah, you've probably already seen the time. But at least it'll make the UI a little bit nicer. See, it's a little bit disorientating, casting without my I can't. They will be back next week. Yeah, Allot now starting to maneuver south from the town, trying to cut off enemies forever by capturing this little junction head. And if he can do that, that'd be a really big play, as that would pretty much shut off his entire push and give him a really good base of operations to push farther eastwards. Just put some anti-tank guns in here, infantry support, and you can pretty much cover this open field. Your up north enemies is actually making a pretty good push, using the 82mm mortar, which fires like a goddamn machine gun through 2 South Infantry. Look at it go. And finally, that sniper team is probably gonna die. Or am I gonna suffer Caster's Curse? Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be Caster's Curse. Sniper team's gonna be just okay. Jesus, that was a long shot. It's 3. Like, was that Zeus? That had to be the Zeus. Yeah, it was. Actually, pretty surprised it got like such an instant kill on a snug. Usually, the armor penetration qualities aren't great. Even the PCR cells, not super great either. They do, much less damage on penetration with those APCRs. Enemies finally bringing some reinforcements down south. A good chunk of tank disco need keys. Kind of a shame. Yeah, tank disc need keys don't actually have tanks that they can dismount of. But it'd probably be pretty silly having T-34s as an infantry transport option. If you've ever played War Game Red Dragon, you know about the joys of tanks being used as infantry transports. Goddamn the curvers. Year 87 coming in up north, but hey, there's some anti-air this time. Still going to be able to drop its bombs, but it's probably going to be rather... I was saying rather inaccurate, but it's... Never mind. The Stuka is the bomb. That was perfect. That was great. Oh. Anyway, the mortar, which is still, alive and well, gonna continue just mortaring the living hell out of these Germans. Germans gonna respond back with some of their own mortar fire. Well, Allot's doing pretty good. He's got pretty good map control along this center area here. And just holding the town is usually such a big advantage on this map, as it really allows... It's the centerpiece of the battlefield. If you can control it, you can move, really wherever you want. You're really good staging point is what I'm trying to say. Now we do have, I believe this is... I thought it was a 2-man Panzerschreck, but it is only 1 Panzerschreck. Just a lot of guys in the Panzerschreck team. It's just a rifle squad with Panzerschreck. Which is honestly a pretty good idea. You just need to, try to get a line of sight. This T-34 would be a very lovely kill, but alas, the buildings are blocking the line of sight. Guards are just getting absolutely mortared here. Like engaging T-34. T-34 gets first shot, and a very good shot at yeah. Oh, it takes forever to reload. Oh, yeah, T-34 gets the kill, easy peasy. And enemies actually doing a pretty good push down south here, moving some sapperies, getting some extra reinforcements. Long range to do pretty well against other units, because they got SVTs. Stuck forever is kind of slowing down said progress. Well, a heavy anti-air gun being brought in, the big old 85mm. Going to be doing things with its gun. Shoot anything, really. Planes, tanks, infantry, it doesn't care. You can blow them all up. Which is the benefits of having a very big gun. We are still only in A phase, I say only, we're about to leave said phase in just 9 seconds or so. And Allot is doing very bloody good. He's got great control along the centerpiece of the map. course, things aren't looking. I mean, they're still not looking that bad down south. I mean, he's got this big bulge over here, but he's got really the forces, the concentrated forces along the southern border to really do stuff. The Panzer Grenadiers is holding the town, and Russia Panzer Grenadiers are really good at long-range infantry fights. If I want to kill people at long range, oh no, they're just regular grenadiers. I thought they're Panzers Grenadiers, but they don't have the Panzers, they have the Panzerfaust. They only got MG34s, not 42s, which is still pretty similar in terms of stats in SD2. But still, they're not bad at long range, but not as good as Panzer Grens, because 2 machine guns is kind of crazy. I find it quite interesting having these IG-33s all the way back here. It's still a really good hill to have them on. You got the high ground and all. Obi-Wan would be very pleased. Actually, no, I take it back. It is actually a really good spot. Because it's got perfect coverage on this flag here. I mean, maybe a little bit out in the open, but at range, it's not too much of an issue. And they do have good anti-tank. Not much ammunition, but it's decent anti-tank. You can blow really anything up if you can hit it, that is. And it's a hard part. Heck, that sort of thing, even if you miss, it still makes a pretty big kaboom. Allot's bringing in some 150mm artillery, and is that a rocket run down south? I believe that was. Stug was definitely on the receiving end of it, and now it's being forced to retreat. What happens when you get hit by a bunch of rockets? It's not very good to your health. Yeah, enemies. You know, he's playing it very standard 44th. You just kind of spam guards and spam T-34s. Which is kind of how you play a lot of Russian divisions, to be fair. It works. It really does work. The 44th is a very interesting division. Because when I look at it, when I saw it first, I was like, why did anyone play it? This is just... Like, you could just play second guard tank corps, or third guard mechanized corps, or third guard tank corps. Stuff with, like, more tanks. They got decent infantry spam, but they're not, like, great. They don't have anything fancy. They don't have any cool units. It's just, like, the very bog standard of Russian army equipment. But it just works. It just works. You're not going to get anything super exciting playing them, but... They're pretty standard. They're pretty easy to pick up. If you're new to the game, I think a good division to start off with, just because of how straightforward it is. It's like vanilla ice cream. Some people just really love vanilla, and I'm one of them, to be honest. Okay, I think getting ambushed here by a T-34 around the corner is a fantastic spot for a T-34. You think Allot would have seen it coming with the sniper team just next door. You know, that's a really close range reconnaissance. Right, yeah. You know, if this was Sniper Elite, you know, he could probably just snipe the gas tank on the back. Even though this tank doesn't have said gas tank. Because you all know that's how you blow up tanks. You just shoot the fuel compartment and it goes kaboom. It's like cars in Grand Theft Auto. Mortars are just doing absolute lovely work here. And T-34 is going to actually trudge into unknown territory. That's not going to be good to his health, as he gets Fausted. Just takes the fist in. Unintended. I guess it's more of an innuendo, really. And a big heavy gun. Is he trying to kill his 85mm, which is actually a very good idea. Just got the guard spam down south, and you got the guard spam in the middle, because that's what you do. You just spam guards. Lots and lots and lots of guards. Lots and lots and lots. Like he's holding his ground. Almost used up all his, like, machine gun and HE shells, so he's not going to be helpful for too long. But it's a pretty good position for Snug, because he can't really get flanked by other tanks. It's a nice narrow corridor, which is perfect. And Stugs are really nice tanks. You know, nothing fancy, they're nothing crazy. You know, it's just a very standard tank destroyer, assault gun, whatever you want to classify it. But they get the job done for 70 points, you really can't go wrong. Honestly, not having a turret in Steel Division, heck, even War Game, didn't matter too much. Of course, in town fights, they're bad, but you usually don't want to bring a tank to a town fight to begin with. You also don't want to get, rocketed by the tank rocket. I gotta say, anti-tank rockets, I don't know if it's just through past few replays, but it definitely feels like they're much better, which is great. Because they weren't really worthwhile taken for the most part in previous patches. Yeah, the guards kind of getting kind of killed here, and I think it's pretty safe to say that Allot has a lot more. I keep making the pun. It's probably getting pretty tiresome now. He has many more points over enemies forever. So I think we're gonna speed through the rest of this because there's not really too much going on. Enemies is kind of just falling back on the good old infantry spam to save the day, but he just doesn't really have the force projection anymore. If you just look on the map, I mean, he A-Phase didn't really manage to exploit it that well with his income advantage, and he doesn't have more dudes. And with the Russians, you usually want to have more dudes. A few strike runs here and there from airplanes. Once again, good old rocket planes. The infantry just holding on to the town. Yeah. Pretty much clear out match from Allot, and did a pretty good job holding a good defensive line. The infantry held out well, the tanks blew up more enemy tanks. There's nothing really too crazy play-wise, just played it nice. Simple, slow infantry division. Slowly move up and attack. But we're fighting against another kind of infantry division. Yeah, that works just fine. Allot, I mean, a pretty huge kill advantage over enemies forever. Looking at kills, yeah, enemies didn't manage to do much, unfortunately. Losses forever, sniper team, run up north, crazy work. Even grenadiers, and pioneeries, I should say, they're the Finnish pioneers. IGs, that's he doing pack guns, yeah, there's some pretty good standouts here. This anti-tank Panzerfaust, Panzerschreck team killed a lot of tank Thessaloniki's, I'm guessing, with the Panzerschreck before they unloaded. Sniper teams, even goddamn Assad trooping, goddamn. They should not be Assad anymore, but they're still trooping. But yeah, pretty good match, real good display of how to play the 122nd. And well, that's all that's gonna be from me today. Once again, I'm Rangru. Take it easy. Bye-bye.